Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Faith. I am an amateur MUA and wannabe influencer. If you've come from my TikTok, you've seen my face many times before, hopefully. If you're new, thank you for stumbling across my channel and giving me a chance and clicking on this video and all that fun stuff. As I said, I am an amateur MUA, so I've learned a lot this past year, couple months of doing makeup on my TikTok, watching other people do makeup on TikTok and on YouTube. I've really learned a lot. So today I'm going to be bringing you my 6 tips and tricks for beginning as a makeup artist on YouTube and TikTok. Let's go! So let's get right into it. My first tip for you guys is to have quality products. Now, quality products do normally tend to be more expensive. You want to think of brands like Tarte, Too Faced, $27 concealers, and $40 foundations, but those aren't necessarily the most affordable. I'm here to tell you that you can get affordable products that are high quality. Elf, NYX, L'Oreal, stuff that you can get at Target, CVS, Walgreens, all of that sort of stuff. Those can be really quality products. The thing that you want to worry about is not necessarily the price, but how the product works with you personally. Everyone has a different base routine. Everyone has different eyeshadow palettes that they use. Everyone has different eye shape, skin texture, skin type. You want to find products that are going to work the best for you personally. It doesn't have to be something that the biggest influencer is using. It doesn't have to be the P. Louise base that Nikki Tutorials is using or the palette that James Charles is using. It can be an inexpensive product as long as it works for your skin type, how it blends on you. That is all that matters. More money does not equal higher quality products. The quality is going to depend on your skin. Now, I can recommend a few products that I use personally. I personally use the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, the shade Cloud. This is the one that I use. I found this at Ulta. I want to say it was like $40, so it is on the more expensive side. I am very bad at not saving money, so if you're saving money, I used to use a L'Oreal foundation that I actually got at Target. It was in the range of $10 to $12. It was probably just as good as this product that I use currently. I wouldn't say that I've noticed a big difference. This one is very light coverage. The other one is more of a medium to full coverage foundation. So if you're looking for something that is more light, I would definitely recommend this one. Or if you're looking for something that's on the cheaper side, get the L'Oreal foundations from Target. Those ones are really high quality as well, and I found that those ones work really well as well. The next product that I have, this is a really inexpensive primer. This one is just e.l.f. I also got this at Ulta. I think you can find it at Target as well though. This one is very inexpensive. I want to say $8 to $10. I don't have the receipt still. As you can see, I've used this a lot. I even lost the cap for it. But this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. This one is very good. I can give you a little test if you want, but that is what the consistency is like. And it spreads over the skin super easily. Does not feel oily or sticky. It's very lightweight, and it really does help your foundation to blend in properly. The next product I have is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This one I have in the shade 12N. It's a fair neutral shade. I really love this concealer. I will say with both the concealer and the foundation, due to the pandemic, you can't get color matched at Ulta right now. So this is way too light and this is way too yellow for my skin tone. So I would say if you're getting them, definitely make sure that you know what shade you are in these concealers, because otherwise they will be a little bit difficult to blend and they will be a little bit difficult to make match your skin tone. I can work with it. It's just a little bit too yellow for me, but this one was $27. I got this at Ulta as well. It blends out super well. I would say it's higher quality than the last concealer I had, but the last one I had was also by L'Oreal and it was at Target. And I want to say that one was about $8 to $10. I literally don't have the receipts for any of these things, but I know that they were cheap because I got them at Target, so of course they're going to be fairly inexpensive. But this one I would say blends really well, very lightweight, very good coverage on this one. I use it to conceal things. I use it under my eyes, on my nose bridge, on my chin, you know, wherever you would normally put concealer, that's where I use it, and it does blend out very well. I would highly recommend this if you have the money to invest in it, and if not, just go to Target and grab the L'Oreal one. There is also very high quality, blends out very well, and you're really able to get a better feel for what shade you're going to be there. You still can't get color match or anything, but I think they have like swatches on them at Target, whereas they don't really have those at Ulta or Sephora. So I would recommend this one, and if not, go get the L'Oreal one. It's also very good. Moving into palettes, I actually have a few things. This is my blush palette. It has all of the shades that you need. It has a very hot pink. It has more of like a warm blushy color. It has a very peachy light color, and then it has this full-on like more pink peach color. I use this every single day. I mostly use this shade. As you can see, I'm hitting pan in like most of these colors. You can even use this for eyeshadow colors. I use this one on my eyes all the time. It's just like that perfect peachy color. And as you can see, it's like very beat up and worn out. But I got this one at Target. It's just by, let's see, it's by Makeup Obsession. It's called Isn't It Peachy? Cute name. And yeah, I really do love this palette. I use it all the time. The blushes are so cute and the shades are like so perfect. They're very neutral. You can go warmer, you can go cooler, you can go more pink, you can go very hot pink. It really has the variety of shades that you need in a blush palette, at least for me. I like to use more peachy shades. Maybe if you don't like to use peachy shades, this isn't necessarily the palette for you, but maybe Makeup Obsession offers more of these palettes. I would definitely look for this brand. The quality is really nice. It blends out super easily. It is very easy to work with, and as I said, you can use it for a variety of things. You can use it on the eyes, you can use it on the cheeks. I use some on my upper lip, all of those things. It is absolutely great for. Another little thing that I have is this highlighter palette by Ofra. I hit pan in this like so quickly. I use it all the time. It's just a very nice, very shimmery like white champagne-y shade. Blends out super easily, super bright, super pigmented. Like, love it on the tip of my nose, love it on the nose bridge. I don't have my brushes with me right now, so I'm just using my finger. But it is, I love the shine. It doesn't leave like a sort of, some highlighters can leave a sort of sheen on your face, so when you turn your face this way or when you look straight, you can still see it here, and it leaves kind of like an ugly mask on your face. This does not do this at all. Blends out super nicely. And you can really build up the pigmentation and the, oh my god, what words? The pigmentation, what is it? And the opacity of this. So if you want it to be more of like a sheer highlighter look, you want it to be like more spread out, you can definitely do that. If you want to just make it super bright and super pigmented, you can do that. This brand also has several different colors. I really want to invest in their like more pinky one for more pink looks. I really want to invest in like, I think they have like more warmer toned ones. They have cooler toned ones. This one I would say is my favorite right now just for everything. I use it to highlight my inner corners, my nose. I haven't really experimented with other highlighter palettes in the past, so I can't really recommend any, but I'm sure Target has more drugstore products that you can use. This one comes with a little mirror too. It's super crusty and dusty and dirty, but it works so well. You can see I have makeup all over the front of it, but hey, that just shows how much I like it. So I would definitely recommend getting a highlighter palette either from Ofra or from Target or somewhere that you know has good quality highlighter palettes. The last thing I want to show you guys is my palette. Now, I don't really know about all the tea with James right now and where he is. I will say that I got this palette like years ago before all the drama, so please don't come for me. But this palette, I will say that oh my goodness, I'm a mess. I will say that the shadows all blend super nicely, and as you can see, you really do have a variety of shades. You have more of like your neutral tones up here. You can use these, you can use this one for highlight, you can use this for contour, these ones for more of a warmer natural fall look, these ones for more of a rainbow look. You can really do whatever you want with these. They have a good variety of colors. They have all these greens, nice like shimmery blues, darker blues, more like turquoises, like over here and over, oh, where's the second turquoise shade? This one, like this one, more turquoisey. You can get purples, really hot pink, really nice baby pink, really great yellow. All of these colors, super duper pigmented. This palette, I think it's like 40 something dollars. It is, I got it online. You can get the mini ones online. I know that, again, don't know the tea. Don't come for me, please. I just shook my camera. I hope you're not too shook. Haha. But I will say that I do really like this palette. I use it all the time. You can use this one for an inner corner highlight. They have like this pale shade. They have like more neutral tones. I really like how you can use it for several things. There are a couple shades in here that you can use for blush, like this one over here you can use for a blush. These ones you can use for contouring. I use this one to fill in the ends of my eyebrows. Like, you can really use it for anything that you want. Okay, the last couple things that I'm going to show you is my contour palette and my pastels palette. Oh, and as you can see, there is some one of my shades completely fell out because I use it so much. That's okay. So this is my contour palette. I got this from Target. It's just an e.l.f. basic contour palette. I really do like this one. I use it on my eyes a lot too. I use it for freckles. I use it for a variety of things. Like, they have a good variety of shades in here. They have a really light milk chocolate colored one. They have like a very pale champagne-y one. They have a dark one, and they have more of this medium, more warm toned one. I sometimes use this even like for bronzer. So you can use this for several things. You can use it for contouring, bronzing, highlighting, even if you wanted to with this like light champagne-y color. Really, you can do a whole bunch of things with this palette, and it is very inexpensive. It's just e.l.f. Get it at Target. Blends out really well. Really like the quality of this. Really like the blendability, and I really like the variety of shades that are in this palette. And that brings me to my last palette, which is this Beauty Bay Pastels palette. As you can see, one of the shades is completely gone. That's just, I use a lot, and it kind of just cracked out of the pan eventually. But with this palette, you do have to work a lot more to really get the pigmentation that you want. So especially with the yellows and the greens, the blue, you really have to work to get that pigmentation. So maybe it's not a great palette unless you have a really good base. I just use a really light concealer, or just really prime my eyelid before I use this palette, just because it is so hard to get pigmentation. But I would say the colors are really nicely formulated. They are super nice. I love how pastel they are. I love this purple. I love this blue. This blue is more like greeny on the eye, but I really do like that color. Love the orange, love the yellow. All of these colors are really pretty to look at. You just will have to work a lot more to get the pigmentation that you want, just because it is a little bit more inexpensive. I got it online. It was like $9, but I do really like this palette. I'll use it if I need like a nice transition shade. Like, I'll use it if I just need to lay down a really light pink or a light blue and then build up with a different palette and different colors on top of that. It just really blends in super nicely, and I like the blendability of it. I like how they formulate the color. You will just have to work more to get that pigmentation. So that concludes my first tip. Now we're going to move on to tip number 2, and that is to have a base routine. I will not stress how important it is to just know what your base is, especially when you're filming a TikTok or a video and you want to already have your base done. It's important to know what steps you have in order to do that. So when I'm making a TikTok video and I'm doing eyeshadow only, I do my entire base first. So that includes eyebrows, primer, foundation, concealer, any contouring that I'm doing, any blush, highlighter, any highlighter that I want to put on, anything that I need to do with my eyes, like prep them. I put on powder all before, and sometimes I'll do my lips if it's not important. But it's very important to have your base routine established so that if you do want to talk about it in the video, or if you want to have it done before, you know what you're doing and you already have it done. It's good to just know what your base is. The other thing is, everyone's base routine is going to be different. Just as I was talking about earlier with products, it really depends on your skin type, how well products blend on your skin. It really depends on your own personal preference. But I'm just going to talk about my routine for a little bit. So the first thing I would do is go in with this e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. I will use that, go all over my face. I would really show you if I didn't already have makeup on. Maybe there will be a clip included of me doing my face. Maybe there won't be. There will not be. But I will just start with this primer. As I showed you earlier, it does really like blend out easily. It's very lightweight. I like the consistency of it. It's not sticky. It feels like more of like a gel sort of consistency, which I really do enjoy, and it really does help my products blend nicely on top of it. Moving on to the next step, I will go in with my Too Faced Born This Way not concealer, foundation. I do really like this. This is very light coverage, so if you want to have something that's more full coverage, if I want to have something that's more full coverage, I will build it up more. I'll do 2-3 layers of this, just because it is so light coverage. But sometimes I really like that look. If I'm going for something more natural, I really will just do 1 layer of it. I really like this foundation. The next thing that I will do is I will conceal. I will conceal under my eyes, sort of like this, not like the big triangle that was like the 2020 thing or whatever, just like there and there. I'll conceal here, here, here at the center of my forehead, my T-zone, my cheek, this is not my cheek, my chin, and I'll just put that on and blend that all out, obviously with a wet beauty blender. I will use, with my foundation, I use 2 different things. It really just depends on what look I'm going for. If I'm going for something that looks more airbrushed and a lot more natural, I will use a foundation brush. And if I'm going for more coverage, I will normally use a beauty sponge. So it really just depends on what kind of look that you want. The next thing that I will do is go in with a cream contour concealer. I have the one by NYX. I'll include a clip of it here. But it's more of a warmer toned concealer, and I use it for contouring. So I'll contour my cheekbones, my jawline, my nose, anywhere, my forehead, I'll contour it, and I'll just blend that out. The thing that you want to do is, normally powder products do not like work under cream products. So what I do is I just do all of my cream products first, and then I will put powders all on top of it. So if my contour was looking a little dull, I want it to be a little bit darker, a little bit more bold, I will build it up with a powder after I've set my face. Moving on to setting my face, I use the Fit Me loose setting powder. Just go under my eyes and on my eyelids, and then I will do my brows. Now normally with my brows, right now I have no face makeup on, obviously, like my acne is still kind of there, like my skin tone isn't super even. Normally with brows, I'll just take a Q-tip with a little bit of makeup remover on it and just like clean them up. But if you need to conceal them, I would recommend doing it like when you're in the phase where you are doing your concealer. Just fill in your brows and conceal them real quick, just so you're not setting your face and then having to like clean up your brows and really work to blend out your concealer again after you've cleaned it up. That's really just going to be difficult for you. So I would just recommend doing it when you're already in that phase where you're putting on your concealer anyways. Fill in your brows and clean them up if you need to. And yeah, then I'll just finish up my face with blush and highlighter, not concealer, blush and highlighter. If again that's not crucial to a video that I'm filming, I'll finish it with that. Maybe do my lips again if it's not crucial. And then yeah, that's my base, and then I just have it done for my video. And when I'm filming for my TikTok, I really can just focus on getting the eyes done and walking through how I fill in, how I do my eyeshadow, how I blend it out, what colors that I'm using. So I can really just take time to dedicate to that part instead of having to worry about doing my base and then only having like 30 seconds left to do my eyes. All right, so my third tip for you guys would be to watch what other MUAs are doing. This is probably one of the best things you can do for yourself, because it's not only going to teach you new techniques, inform you of new products, new like ways to blend and do your base and all of these things. It's also going to teach you how you can improve making your own content. What is this creator doing differently that you're not doing? How is their lighting set up? Is their lighting better than yours? Are they using more expensive products than you are? Are they using a different brand, different brushes? What are they doing that you aren't doing? And how can you pull inspiration from them and improve your own content. Now, how I really got into makeup was just by watching other people do makeup. So I'd watch Nikki's tutorials do makeup, I'd watch James Charles do makeup, I'd watch Jaclyn Hill and all of these other creators on TikTok who are known for beauty and doing makeup. I'd watch them and learn their techniques, what products they're using, maybe invest in some of their products, and so I can better improve my own content and really just learn their techniques and improve my own makeup skills. So I learn like blending from Nikki tutorials. How is she blending her eyeshadow? Should I be blending my eyeshadow that way? Should I be using the brand that she's using? And that's really how you learn from other creators. And as you learn, you develop new skills, new techniques, new habits, a new routine, and maybe that improves your overall quality of your makeup or quality of your content. That is how you improve it, is just by learning from other people, watching other people, and taking the time to practice and develop your own skills and techniques. Awesome. So moving on to tip number 4 is to have good supplies. How are you supposed to do makeup if you don't have a good beauty blender, setting spray, makeup brushes? You really want to invest in good brushes and good tools so that you can really blend out your eyeshadow, put on your base, and do the things that the way that you want them to look. For example, I have the Morphe brushes, so they come in a variety of different shapes. Ignore how dirty and nasty they are. I really need to clean them. But these are super fluffy and they work really, really well to blend out eyeshadow because they're so fluffy and nice and very soft, and they blend things out super easily, get rid of any harsh edges. But if you don't have money to invest in the Morphe brushes, you can always just go to Target. I'm pretty sure I got like these basic brushes from Target. I have just a basic highlighter brush and blush brush. I also just have a fluffy brush for putting on powders or blending out things. It's really up to you what sort of brushes that you want to use and what you can afford, or what works the best to blend out your eyeshadow on your eye and on your face, because that's really the most important thing, is making sure that it works well with you. I've said it so many times, and your skin type and your skin. And if you are doing makeup purely for content creation, it might also be a good idea to invest in a ring light so that your lighting is really good, or just have your window open, or just have a really nice setup, or get maybe a professional backdrop like I really need to do, so I'm not just filming my dusty crusty dresser in my door. But just invest in good supplies and good tools so that you can make the best content possible. Because again, that is really the key to helping you pop off on TikTok or YouTube, is to have quality, consistent content. That sort of leads into my next tip, which is to have motivation. The key to popping off on TikTok or YouTube, as I just said, is to have consistent quality content. So uploading every day, every week, every other day. Find a routine that works for you and make sure that you can stick to it. It doesn't have to be every day at first. It can be every other day. Maybe you don't have enough time. Maybe you have work, maybe you have school. Those are all things that you need to prioritize instead of that. So just find days where you're not at school or where you're not at work, and make sure that you are spending time on those days filming and creating content. And whether you're just saving it to your drafts on TikTok or storing it somewhere away for YouTube in your camera roll or whatever, at least you have that content and you have something to fall back on. If you get to a day where you're overwhelmed with work, you still have content that you can upload on that day. The biggest thing that I do personally is I work 3-4 days a week. I don't have a lot of time to film like new content every single day. So what I do on TikTok is I use the drafts option a lot. I create, on my off days, I will create a whole bunch of content. I'll film like 3-4 makeup videos in that day, 3-4 videos of me taking the makeup off, and then I'll have videos for 5 days of doing makeup, or I'll I'll film, you don't always have to film purely makeup things. I film comedy, I film skits. So on those days where I'm overwhelmed with work and I just have no time to film new content, I can take from my drafts, post a couple of videos, and just make sure that I'm constantly being on someone's For You page or following page so that people can see me and gravitate towards your profile, because that's really the biggest thing, is getting your video on the For You page, or getting your video consistently where people can see it. That is what you need to do as a beginning creator. Just upload a ton. Like, if you think you're uploading too much, you're not. Keep uploading, because the most important thing is just getting on someone's For You page, making them click on your profile, and making them follow you. That is the most important thing. And my sixth and final tip for you is just to have patience. Popping off on TikTok, popping off on YouTube, doing makeup, developing new techniques, it will not happen in a day. You need to have patience. You need to accept that it's going to take time for you to get more followers. It's going to take time for you to get 100k likes on your page, 1,000,000 likes on your page. It's going to take time for you to get up to the level of Charlie D'Amelio and Addison Rae. That stuff doesn't happen in a day. It takes a lot of hard work and effort and patience, and just accepting that you need time to develop your skills, and you need time to practice making content, and you need time to create content. That it's not all going to happen in a day, and you're just gonna have to be patient and trust the process, and trust that if it's meant to happen, it'll happen, and if it's not meant to happen, that'll be okay too. Content creation doesn't always have to be for fame. It can be for fun. You can be for, recreational purposes. Maybe it can be a coping mechanism for you. All of those sort of things do not have to be purely for getting a lot of followers or getting a lot of likes. It can be for just having a good time and finding a way to escape. Makeup for me personally was when I didn't have a lot to do. It was quarantine, and I was like, I want to start a TikTok profile. So that's what I did. And now I just do makeup whenever I'm feeling low or whenever I'm feeling like bored. Makeup is something that I can turn to, and it's just a fun, encouraging space for me to creatively express myself and just be free to sort of express myself. Well, that is all that I have for you today. If you liked this type of video, please subscribe and maybe like or share, do whatever you're inclined to do. You can follow me over on TikTok. My TikTok is Faith Noel with a 0 instead of an O. You can request to follow me on Instagram. I will have both of those things in the description, my usernames. So, request to follow me and follow along on my makeup journey. I really am here to give more tips to you guys, answer any questions that you guys have, and give you fun, engaging content that I hope you will enjoy. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, subscribe, and I hope that I'll see you again. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I will see you again soon. Bye!